Magnesium L-THREONATE, a popular topic, a buzzword, some may say, a nutraceutical that has been coming around for the past few years. It's MIT patented, which means it's also a little bit pricey, but there is one very impressive thing that this nutraceutical has to offer, and that is the ability to pass through the blood-brain barrier. Now, what is the blood-brain barrier? The blood-brain barrier is what allows certain important nutrients and minerals and oxygen and water to get to the cells in our brain while making sure that the dangerous ones stay out of our cells. This also has a lot to do with Alzheimer's and different neurological diseases. But when it comes to magnesium, you want magnesium in your blood. You want magnesium in your red blood cells throughout your body. It's very important for recovery, for rest, for calmness, for your muscles, for thousands of different purposes within your body. And it's also important for being in your brain. So that's where magnesium L-THREONATE comes in. It allows the magnesium to go through the cell wall, and it allows the magnesium to be used in places where it usually isn't able to be used as much. And the brain is a very important one because the brain has a lot of neurological factors that impact our mood, our anxiety, the way we feel, the way that we are able to present ourselves, our alertness, our focus levels. And magnesium L-THREONATE helps improve your focus. It helps with a more calming, grounding. I've personally taken it for about 2 months, and the most prominent thing that I've noticed from taking magnesium L-THREONATE is the ability to not have as many negative thoughts. Now, it sounds kind of silly. It's kind of hard to quantify negative thoughts, but with magnesium L-THREONATE, there is an added benefit of nutrition. There's no lack of nutrients in the brain comparatively, where people usually have a magnesium deficiency. And we'll get into different types of magnesium like magnesium glycinate and magnesium bicarbonate and other very effective forms of magnesium. But the thing about those is that they impact the whole body. And the big takeaway for L-THREONATE is that it's for the brain. However, it doesn't really impact our blood serum levels as much as a magnesium glycinate or a magnesium chloride, a spray topically, or a magnesium bicarbonate would be. So those are something that we're still recommending to take, especially if you check your red blood cell magnesium count and find that it's low. The most important part of a nootropic factor for the magnesium L-THREONATE is the ability to have this calmness and this grounding, and it gives you a very good mood shift. But there's also a long-term benefit here of aging, brain aging. Your brain is going to age slower. There's actually been a few studies done, a few animal studies and human studies by the Institute for Alzheimer's, and it shows that magnesium L-THREONATE actually slows down the aging of the brain by about 9 years. Now, there's some very promising animal studies with magnesium L-THREONATE, and there's a few magnesium L-THREONATE studies in humans, but the biggest takeaways are from animals. So I'm still excited about what's going to come with some more human studies, but I personally have been taking it. There's no real side effects other than taking too much magnesium. It doesn't have the disaster pants effect that you would get with something like magnesium citrate, but if you take a lot of it, you're probably not going to put it to much use, and your body's just going to excrete the excess that it doesn't need. Taking a smaller dose, I took about 500 to 600, maybe 700 milligrams experimented with, and that was about enough for me to really feel the benefits. I would recommend magnesium L-THREONATE to be taken in the mornings or the afternoons. It's very easy to take a nutraceutical because it is more of a direct line to the bloodstream, and the digestion doesn't really affect it too much or the time of day. It just depends on when you want that focus and that alertness and when that's most important to you. So magnesium L-THREONATE, a big one that we are trying out here.